Alright Dan.
What's up, Moo?
I see a new boat here.
Yeah, I've got the new Slayer Max. This is its kind of debut appearance at the ISE 2020. And yeah, we got it all rigged up, ready to show.
Hey guys, thank you for tuning into Moo Outdoors. I went to International Sportsman's Expo last weekend. I really had a good time. I got to see a lot of familiar faces and I got to meet a lot of new faces, especially a lot of my viewers. And you guys know who you are. During the event, I was able to film 3 different kayak walkthrough overview video. And this one is going to be Native Slayer Max 12.5. This is a brand new kayak from Native Watercraft. And Dan from Headwaters will give us a little walkthrough.
So what are we going to talk about?
Everything about this boat.
Okay, so you're looking at the brand new Slayer Max. This is a 12'6" Slayer. It's a predecessor to the Slayer 13. Basically, they took a lot of the things that worked about the Titan series, the 10.5, 12.5, and they made it longer, they made it narrower, they made it sleeker, a little bit more rocker profile, so this is a boat that'll work inshore as well as offshore. And I really think it's going to be the kind of flagship model for Native this year. Let's just start at the front, we'll work our way back. A lot of stuff to go through. You'll see this is not the standard edition. We rigged it up for the show with some nav lights here. You also see the front handle is a piece of track. So if somebody wanted to add a bow mount, this is basically the standard mount for any sort of slipstream, torpedo, Minn Kota, anything will mount right on the front of this. Moving back, you see the little rod tubes here. So if you wanted to have horizontal rod storage, you can put paddle parks on the back for the buttsy rods, and the tips of your rods can slide right in here. The front hatch is a nice upgrade from last year. It's an injection molded part as opposed to a thermoform part. So a lot stouter, a lot stiffer hatch will be better for waves coming down on it. They added a couple pieces of track and adjustable bungee, so you have additional storage if you wanted to put a bag or something under there. As we open this up, you'll see it looks a lot different. You've got a padded battery spot and also the transducer spot. So the transducer is rigged on the bottom of this. It's got a huge transducer port, so even with live scan, down scan, side scan, will all fit underneath the bottom of the boat without getting scuffed as you're going over obstacles. This is a removable front hatch liner. So in here you'll see what we have is a wiring harness set up, and you see a bunch of different little switches here, and I'll explain that in a minute. But basically what that does allows us from over here to control our bow lights, our cockpit lights, our fish finder, as well as we've got a power port to charge the GoPro in the back and a cell phone charger. And you can also control all this from your phone because this is Wi-Fi and Bluetooth capable. Or if your fish finder is set up, you can control it through your fish finder. So pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and look at the new drive. This is the 702 drive, brand new drive for 2020. A lot of the same parts, but you're going to see some noticeable upgrades here. All right, so first thing you're going to notice is a little bit different crank arms. They went to a 155 crank arm and a little bit wider pedals. The old pedals had bushings and would kind of creak and get loud over a while. This has all sealed bearings inside of it. It comes with pins, so if you wanted to do one side with pins, one side smooth, so barefoot shoes, you can kind of set that up however you want. CNC parts here. These used to be a cast part, now it's all CNC machine. These are all made and manufactured right here in the USA. On the bottom here, they CNC'd the cartridge for the lower end to have this weed guard included. So it's not a separate part you have to buy. It's all from the factory, ready to go, nice and weedless. The indexer, same as last year. Moving back to the cockpit, you'll see they've got the C deck on the floors. They've got tracks like normal. And then you'll see they have tackle storage. So you can put your tackle there on either side. We have our little wiring spot where our wire plugs go right in there. Same seat as you're seeing on the Titan. They actually utilize the same seat base. They widened out the base of the boat so they could fit in this new plastic base as opposed to the Slayer 13, which was mounted to tracks. This definitely works a lot nicer, and it gives you the benefit of having additional tackle storage on the side, in the back, And on the side over here, you have room for pliers, tools, anything you want right along the side there. Forward-facing rod holder, cup holder, pretty standard. More handles in the back. And then you see we have this set up with the Boondocks landing gear. This is the Groovy landing gear. Native also has their own landing gear this year. It's called the Sidekick. Unfortunately, I didn't have those in for the show, but they're an octagon shape. They're a little bit easier to get the legs in and out, but kind of the same concept. Got the new Yak Attack panfish mount. So if you're wanting that high camera mount position, this is a really cool way to do it with the lock and load base. You can swing, you can change your position. You can take it out, use it as a selfie stick if you want. And it just fits right on the top of the landing gear. The rear tank well is pretty huge, similar to the Titans. You've got spare paddle parts in the back, so now you can split your paddle, get them out of the way. Real roomy spot. In the back you've got a little hatch. Mainly that's used for access when they're building the boats, but I guess you could use it for dry storage if you wanted. And the rudder system, the big thing on this here is they completely redid the rudder system. In the front, it starts with a pulley that has 2 mounting points for the cable, so we don't have near as much slipping in the rudder line, as well as a new bushing that goes between the rudder, I don't know what you call this little cap piece in the base. It has like a bushing basically to keep that rudder running smooth and keep it from binding up over time. It also has additional throw compared to last year, so the rudder will actually go a full 90 degrees before it bottoms out. So better steering, smoother steering, and hopefully less maintenance. Last thing in the back, you have an additional power pull spot. A lot of guys are using a torpedo motor on the back of this to motor to their spot and then use your foot pedals once you get there. But you can also do power pull or whatever you want with this mounting bracket. Double handles in the back, and it carries the width all the way into the stern, so you get that real stable profile. It's going to be a boat that guys can stand in. They can take to the ocean, kind of the one boat that's going to do it all in the Native line, and we're super excited to have it in the shop. Yeah, you guys want to come grab a demo, take it out, see for yourself. I encourage you to do that.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Thanks for coming by.
So I'll be actually demoing this boat soon, within the next couple of weeks, so you guys stay tuned for that.
Yes, I will be demoing this kayak in near future, and please stay tuned. This might be my favorite pedal kayak from Native Watercraft. We'll see. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more. Go outside and enjoy the outdoors.